Hi, Gustavo. Here is your paper. And yeah, I like this one. And I just noticed, oh, by the way, before you do this, you really need to watch that video that I sent all of my classes in tonight. And one of them says you cannot use contractions. So it's called the do nots of writing an essay, and there's several of them, but that should be has Texas not. Okay, so I'd change that. Or how, so why has Texas decided not to go? Whatever. Who knows what the answer to that question is? But this all looks good up here. Good man, good man. You still remember from last semester too. Okay, over here, I see that you're having problems with your in-text citations. Okay, the way you have it is tax returns, period, quotation mark, and you didn't even put a space between the quotation mark and Conant's name. So let's go rework this over here. If we did it right, it would be tax returns, quotation marks, no period, space, Conan or Conant, I'm sorry, period. So remember in that video, it said just treat the end of it with the name and the parentheses and all of that. And sometimes it'll have a page number in it. But after that last parenthesis, that's the end of your sentence. So you put the period there. So put the period after the last parenthesis. When we say parentheses, we're talking both of them. Also include the page number after Conant's name. The page numbers are 30 through 35. So you'll have to figure out which one that one's on. Same thing here. Okay, you've actually, and if you watched that video, hopefully, that I showed you, I'm going to force y'all to watch it tomorrow. But this, all you need, because comment has already been mentioned, all you need to do is just put the page number there. Okay, then down here, I would have put you wrote out dollars. I went ahead and put a dollar sign there. Rewrite the in-text citation like this. Million a year. See there, you put that period in there again. Okay, take it out. So million a year, no period, space, Cartwright, page 1. Do not put a period before the quotation mark. Okay, so don't put it, when you see a quotation mark, there should never be a period before it. Also, Cartwright's article does not have a page 1. It has pages 86 through 99. So you're going to have to put the correct page number there, because I do notice those things. So don't just put something down there. And again, let me take just a minute to go through that, because right here, I know Capaldi has 1 through 13. So that should be your page range. Okay, I'm going to highlight this, but well, I don't need to highlight that. I'm going to highlight this one. Okay. Just to remind you, okay, this one, you got 80. Well, okay, hold on. Okay. 86 through 99. So that should be a page within that range. I just love that you used our database, Gustavo. That, to me, that is just very responsible research, to use people that you know are dependable. It's okay to use some of the others, but these all have page ranges, so please stick within those. Okay, now let me go back. Sorry. Okay. Okay, then here you've got, again, we got the same issue here. So change it to Afghanistan, Colombia, ellipsis, quotation mark, space, 816. Okay, write only the correct page number here because Cartwright has been credited in an earlier citation in the same paragraph. Page 816 was just an example. You put the correct one in. Okay, so you put the correct numbers in. I just use it so you know not to put commas or anything or pay a P or whatever there. Okay, so this one here, when we got to the end of pot, again, you almost got it. Had you put a space in between, well, actually, let me put it there. I don't think it's going to let me do that. Hold on. Not good when the teacher does that. Okay. Okay, there we go. I put the space there. Oh, I see what I was doing too. What I'm trying to tell you is you've already quoted Cartwright up here. He's already there. So you're just going to put the page number there. Okay, and then, okay, this is what okay, so you talked about Rudy. Let's try to use more of your wording. So I looked up Rudy and I found out about him on, or her, I'm sorry, on Google. So try doing that. Sometimes actually in academic search complete, it's going to show you something about the author, but I certainly would want to know what are her credentials, or if it's a guy, what his are. So I put, after I found out who she was, I said, in a study conducted by Alyssa K. Rudy, an academic researcher from Virginia Commonwealth University. Okay, now I know. It appeared that, and I took part of that in as a quotation, participants with high perceived harm of cannabis were less likely to favor the legalization of cannabis use. Okay, and that's, I don't know why that, maybe I left it the way that you had it. Okay. I need to do that. Oh, hold on. I didn't correct that part. Okay, so okay. Now notice I was able to use her. Oh, no, actually, I did say that. Okay, so I am going to take out her last name because it's already up here, but it was on page 5. Oh, but I said it doesn't have a page 5. So you're going to have, I just use that as an example. So you're going to have to put, I don't know what page. Let's just say it was on page 891, but you have to put the right one in there. Okay, that's your responsibility. Okay, so use, don't put the period until the very end of the sentence. As you got your quotation mark space, then that. All right, you save that. Then let's go here. No contractions. You have don't do that. Midlife. You actually, this is where the quotation begins regarding, and you should have had a quotation mark after the last ellipsis. So it should be midlife, ellipsis, quotation mark, space 3. Correct the page number. That's what I'm saying. Okay. What about starting with this? Instead of the last reason is that, the last reason what? Okay, you got to remind me of what's going on in the thesis. Possibly the most popular reason why marijuana should be legal is because the majority of US citizens are for it. What about just put it in there, make it simple. Then let's paraphrase most of this quote here and embed the rest. So you can go back and read it. I put it in my own words. It's okay to do that because there was really not much outstanding about the words that that person was using. They weren't like magic. From 2012 to 2018, 10 U.S. states and Washington, D.C. have legalized recreational cannabis, and, comma, over the past 40 years, comma, 22 U.S. states have, quote, decriminalized cannabis, comma, resulting in a minor offense for the possession of cannabis as opposed to a misdemeanor or a felony. Then Rudy and whatever, page 800, whatever it is. Okay, and then a period. Notice there's no period until there. Okay. Again, I paraphrased part of this. Rudy cites the example of Measure 30 in Denver, Colorado, which was approved in 2016. Quote, Measure 30, which I think she said it, but in brackets, I'm not even putting it. I just put in brackets, Measure 30 allows for recreational cannabis use, including smoking and vaping, because that was in the quote. An approved designated, and that's a quote within a quote. So designated has one little mark up there and one little mark there. Within existing businesses, ellipsis, quotation mark, space, and then page 800, whatever it is, whoever that is there. He goes on to say, as cannabis use is growing in the U.S., cannabis use is increasing. Well, I don't kind of understand that. Cannabis use is increasing. I need to make that a lowercase c here. Yeah, as it is growing. Okay. Use is increasing. Well, wait. That's saying the same thing, isn't it? He goes on to say, okay, let me go back. I don't like that. See, that's why it's really good to read over your paper over and over and over again. He goes on to say that, let's try this, that as cannabis use is growing in the United States, okay, there we go. He goes on to say that as cannabis use is growing in the U.S., quote, public opinion and harm perceptions regarding cannabis use have become more positive. And then you put the page number. Okay, there. I just repeated something. Okay. So this is okay. Works cited. Check. Looks all good to me. Go back, get all of those, anything that's first or second person out, get everything that is a contraction out. And one of the ways that you can get the contractions out, I tried doing this with somebody else's paper and it messed up. So let's see. N apostrophe T. Okay, what you can do, see how it'll bring all of those up? N apostrophe T. So go all that, and it will probably catch most of them. Now, if you want to see if you wrote the word I, it's going to pick every I up, but put a capital I and then put a space, and it's still going to do that. So, but let's say you want to know if you said you. Okay, if you're quoting somebody and they say you, oh, maybe go YOU and then put a space after it, that it won't pick up young. Okay, I don't think you've got it, but I'm not sure. Anyway, that's what you need to do. It's looking good. I expect to have see a very, very bright and shiny paper when you turn it in Sunday night. And I will see you in class tomorrow. Okay, have a good one. Bye.